Hey guys, Andy here. So recently I've been looking to upgrade my video production and kind of the video quality, I suppose. Be it the software, be it the software that I use to edit, that is, be it the camera, be it the microphone. And I'm just going through sort of seeing what the best options are. The software and the camera were quite easy decisions because there's some sort of class leading, I suppose, in some ways. So I'm using Premiere Pro now. I've shelled out to Adobe for that. And I'm using the Panasonic Lumix GH5 as the camera, which is apparently very widely used from what I can tell by people on YouTube. So those are quite easy decisions. Then it comes to the microphone. And I'm trying to I'm testing a few different microphones. So last week I had the Asden SMX30. You may have seen that video, but I don't know what many people did, which seemed a very good microphone. This week I'll be having a look at the Sennheiser MKE2 lav mic, lapel mic. And today, the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. Now, in some ways, as I said, the software and the camera were quite easy decisions. And possibly this could have been because everywhere I looked, it seemed to be everyone saying, yeah, get the Rode VideoMic. But I saw a few videos that saying that Asden was better. Now, I'm going to do an actual comparison video, maybe even today at some point, but this one is just about the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. So this is the Plus version. It cost me £218 on Amazon. There is a regular Pro version, which is about £130, but this is the newer version. I currently use a Rode microphone, if you can see that, the NT1, which I did do a video of way back whenever I first got it, and I actually really like it. I think the audio quality, I think, is fantastic. I know you guys can tell me different, but the problem is it goes through a box into my computer, or in this case actually into the camera, but it still has to go through this box, a powered box, and the mic kind of has to sit on a desk or be clamped into something hanging above, as some people do, and it limits me somewhat on where I can use it and therefore where I can make videos. So I'm looking for a way to free things up, hence a shotgun mic or maybe a lav mic to clip onto my shirt. Before we go on though, let's take a look at what was included in the box. There we go, VideoMic Pro Plus, obviously on the camera, shotgun microphone. It's got a nice window to the front of it, which I quite like, and it's got some points down the side like 10-year warranty. It's got the integrated suspension, lithium-ion battery, and then some points on the back which are probably similar to the ones on the side, and then on the other side a nice photo. Let's remove the mic from its packaging. It's very nicely packed, I would say. Here is the mic itself with its pre-packaged sort of foam cover. Let's just take a moment to go through some of the controls on the back though while we're here. So obviously the big power button right there, front and center. It will auto power on and off with your camera though, so you don't particularly need to worry about that. Then there's two other main buttons that you'll need. The one that's kind of just it's almost a bit like an arrow, it's like sort of bent a line I suppose on the left hand side there. That's a high pass filter for removing sort of low rumbles or perhaps wind. You can have that on two different levels, so if you were filming where there was, I don't know, you've got an air conditioner running next to you or something, you can use that to hopefully remove some of that sort of rumble. On the right hand side is the decibel increase or quietener. So you can either have plus 20 gain or you can remove 10 from the recording. But you can also have a high frequency boost. You hold down both of those two buttons to turn on the high frequency boost. Or you can have a safety track recording, which sounded very interesting. So you hold down the dB and the power button. And what that does then, so you're recording on two tracks, left and right, going into your camera. On the left track, you get a normal recording. On the right track, you get a 10 decibels quieter recording. And I think the idea being, as it's called a safety track, it's kind of like if something does go on, like there's some really loud noises and you get some clipping and it just gets too loud, you've got that backup, slightly quieter track to use instead. So let's go ahead and put the battery in. Opens up from the front, nice and easy. At first I'm thinking, which way around is it supposed to go? Then I realised there's a kind of a runner along one side. You can't put it in the wrong way around, which is great. So in it goes, close it up. And you'll notice at the back here there's a micro USB port, so you can charge it as you would many of your other devices, which actually I really like. Not have to worry about finding AA batteries or anything like that. It's a shame it's USB type, not USB Type C, but you can't have everything. Here's the sort of suspension element. We get an audio cable, obviously, to connect the microphone to the camera. We get a micro USB cable for charging, not a plug, bear in mind. but I'm sure everyone's got one. And some instructions, which I'm not going to lie, I don't really spend a lot of time looking at. I think now really it's time to get it plugged onto the top of the camera and let's see what it sounds like. So here we are with the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus plugged in and working, and that's what you're listening to right now. So I have also got my Rode NT1 recording, which means I can switch back and forth between the two just so we get a decent comparison really to see how big a difference it is, because I don't know that I'm expecting the shotgun mic to be able to deliver the same audio quality that the desk mic can. I'm not sure, but this is what this review's for, I suppose, in some ways, to see what the differences are. Now, I'm set to the 0 decibel gain on the microphone at the moment, because I did try it on the 20 Plus, but indoors there was just too loud. I mean, I can, using the camera, I can reduce that back down to take 10 off. Seems a bit odd to go up 20, come 10 down. I'd rather just, if I need to boost it at all, I'll do it in post in the software. The other options are the high cut. What I found that did, I'm going to switch it, I'll go right the way to the top in a second. You'll see that for me, my voice loses a lot of the bass, I think, because it's trying to cut out anything kind of deep and rumbling. So let's just try that. So the high cut is now set to the maximum 150 or whatever it was, and maybe you can tell the difference. I sound just slightly tinnier. What I will try, I've got my air conditioner sat here, it's not hanging out the window yet, but I can turn that on for a brief while. So I'll turn the high cut back off with the aircon on, and then I'll put the high cut up and we'll see if there's any difference. So the aircon's now running, as you can probably hear, but again, I'm not quite sure how it's going to sound because it's off to the side. It should be more focused on me, so hopefully I still sound okay. Now I will turn on the high cut, which might hopefully reduce some of the aircon noise. This is it set to the intermediate point on high cut, the 70 or whatever that was, I think. I wonder how that sounds, we'll see. And then I'm going to try now the maximum. There we go, all the way to the top, and hopefully I'll still sound pretty good. I think what we'll do next though is we'll head outside and see how it performs at different distances. So here we are out in the sun. I'm stood about 4 feet away from the camera at this point. I've not got any gains on, I've not got any high cuts on, nothing is on at this point, aside from the sun right into my eyes. So I'm going to back up to what is probably 12 feet, something like that, to see how that sounds, and then we'll switch it up. I will try putting on the microphone gain and see if that makes any difference. So I've set the plus 20 gain this time, so I'm probably a bit louder, and it perhaps will help when I drop back to, I think, where I was before. At this point I've not heard the audio, so we're just recording the samples. I'll listen to it a bit and then we'll talk about it afterwards. But yeah, hopefully sounding quite good. I'm just going to test how well it removes noise from behind the speaker using some white noise and just moving the white noise from my phone around the microphone. Gone back to the no microphone gain, but I've put on the high cut 75. There isn't a lot of external noise, to be honest. There's not really much of a breeze. The trees are rustling a little bit, so there's probably not much for the high cut to actually do. So here we are back inside. I thought it sounded really good. So the last clip there where I'd done the high cut, I have edited that a little bit in post because I realised whilst you want to hear kind of almost the raw sound that it produces, you also want to hear what it can sound like with a little bit, and I'm talking literally a few seconds of clicking a few options on Premiere Pro to make it sound as good as it possibly can. As I will with this clip, I'll play a little bit with the audio. If I've got to boost it a little bit or trim it a bit, I will do that. But generally, I'm really impressed by this microphone. I think switching between this and the Rode NT1, there was almost no difference, which really impressed me. Outside, I think it will need a little bit of tweaking in post to make it sound as good as it possibly can, but I think it does sound good. I love the 10-year warranty. I mean, that's great peace of mind. I think the safety soundtrack is a really good idea. I like that. I mean, I don't know how much I use it, but it does sound like a really good idea. And I love the micro USB charging. USB Type-C would have been ideal because a lot of my things are Type-C now, and I'll have to make sure I have a micro USB charger with me, I suppose, but it's not the end of the world. It's still better than having to switch out batteries and all that kind of thing. So all in all, I really like this microphone. I think it could well be my new microphone that I use when recording videos, because I love the simplicity of it all plugged into one unit. I just got to press play. I'm not going to worry about syncing things up and all that sort of thing. But I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know how you think it sounds in the comments down below. But for now, my name's Andy, and I'll catch you all again soon. Well done for making it all the way to the end of the video. Please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment as well. I promise I'll read every single comment on all of my videos, so do leave a comment too. If you haven't already, subscribe, click that bell icon to make sure you're notified anytime I upload something new. Perhaps most importantly, just share my videos, be it social media, be it forums, just put them online for people to watch. If you want to go that one step further, there are links in the video description to my Patreon and also buy me a coffee. Just a few extra pounds a month would help me make more videos. Also, of course, don't forget to check out the other videos on my channel. I'll see you all in the next one.